Alright guys, so I haven't been live in a little while. I've not uploaded in a while, so let us see how this goes. See if I even remember how to do this. Am I doing it right? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any feedback. So I just thought I'd make a quick video. Hopefully the crickets in the background are not too bad. So I haven't been live in a couple of years. I think the last time I was live was during COVID. No real topic tonight. Haven't really uploaded in a while, and there's a very good reason for that. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to let the numbers go up. I'm not sure how this live thing works. So I began recording a couple of videos for the channel over the last couple of weeks, but honestly, my scheduling, the weather and everything, nothing really ever goes to plan. So that didn't work out. Let's see if I can get better lighting. Yeah, so I can see myself better. So that didn't work out too well. Hey, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your first name right, but Vasilis? Hello. Alright, so I think I should start doing a bunch of these. It's a lot easier for me to just go live at nights anyways, when I have easy nights. So welcome anybody else who's joining. So like I was saying, it's not always easy. Oh, and I just threw down a box of issues. So it's not always easy to record the videos, so I guess I'm sorry. Keep you guys hanging, but a lot has been going on in the background. I'm not sure if I can even rotate the camera. Show you guys 1 second. So we still have the Evo, we have the Fit outside here. It's been raining. We have Judas over there, and we have the bike. And of course, the same thing I always complain about. This place is always a mess because clean it today, it's dirty tomorrow. Hey, Noel. Again, I don't want to try to pronounce your last name because I'll probably butcher it as well. So thanks again. So no real topic really planned for tonight's live. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. Maybe I can answer a couple questions really quick. I have a movie night scheduled with my wife and my son in a little bit, so maybe I can do a couple questions. Anything you guys, a lot of you post questions down in the comments. I try to answer everything. I try to explain everything in my videos as well, so I don't have to answer questions. But to anyone I have not replied to, it's because I usually forget. I'm old. All right. Yes. So Noel. Yeah, Noel is your first name. I'm guessing your last name is Royas. If it's Spanish, I know usually the J is a Y. Pronounce it like a Y. Anyways, thanks for joining, Noel. Yeah. So recorded a bunch of videos. One of the Subaru I started doing it. I have it. Most of the clips, short clips recorded and whatnot. It's not enough to put a video together, or at least not a video that I would want to watch. But you guys always say put it out, but I'm gonna try to put these things out as the week goes by. Judas. I'm really bad at keeping secrets. So Judas has been awesome for the most. So in the upcoming videos, you will see that I turned up the boost. It's now running a lot more boost. Hasn't blown up yet. It's been really good. Still have a couple of gremlins from a 36-year-old car, but I'm slowly working that out. The Evo, I barely have gotten time over the last 2 to 3 weeks to work on the Evo. I started today, pull out the harness. It has a bunch of electrical gremlins. I'm going to be working on that. The Fit, I did a bunch of work to the Fit. I pulled out the Haltech plug and play harness and I rewired that Fit up. So I'm going to do a full review of the Fit. I also bumped up the nitrous. It's running a lot bigger shot. We have to take that back to the track. Judas. Everyone wants to know about Judas, but Judas has been good. Judas is going to get its own video. So Mad Creepy. Hey, Mad Creepy. The name Mad Creepy. I'm not sure if it's familiar to me or not. But anyways, thanks for joining, guys. I'm not sure how long I'll stay on this. So if you guys have any question for me, any questions, things that you want me to cover in upcoming videos, I will try my best to cover that. Anything you'd like to see from the channel, anything you'd like to see from me. Again, I'm not too good on camera. I'm not too good with lives. I usually just try to vlog to, I guess, give people a glimpse as to what I do and to share the knowledge as much as I can. But for the most part, I will be taking Judith out for a drive tomorrow, so that is going to wrap up its video. It's getting very scary to drive on the street now. It's on some 200 treadwear tires, and it's a little bit sketchy. So, Noel, thanks for inspiring me to try out Speeduino. Still haven't gotten my car running on it, but still learning. Yeah. I'm glad that any of the videos I put out helped anyone. The backstory for anyone who doesn't know is that I started off not knowing anything about Speeduino. I started off back in 2014, if I recall correctly, when the V0.4 was only available from Josh in Australia. I got one of that, put it on my car. I could not tune, I could not do anything. The car ran horribly. The code wasn't really what it is now, so I got that working, and through just getting that to work good, teaching myself how to tune, I just felt that I'm not the only one struggling. So that's how the YouTube channel started off. It actually started off as another channel. It's on another one of my emails, but then I created the DC Works afterwards when I began getting traction. So yeah. So what sort of issues are you having with your car, Noel? A lot of people struggle with the initial bass tune. I used to provide services for that. I recently stopped. But the bass tune is not very difficult. I think I have a couple of videos somewhere showing how it's easy to get a car started on a bass tune as long as you know the trigger settings, a rough idea of trigger angle and whatnot. It's usually very easy to get started. You do need a timing light, and for the most part, you just need injectors wired up, your coils. TPS helps to start up. IATs, I don't think it's super critical, but it helps. Coolant temperature is definitely necessary. Excuse me, but for the most part, it's very easy to get a car started on Speeduino. But a lot of the information, I think we need to do a better job documenting the Speeduino stuff. A lot of the information is scattered. The guys are doing a very good job trying to put it on the wiki, but I'm not sure how easy that is to process. I haven't been on that wiki in a while. So, all right, but what type of car do you drive, Noel? And where exactly are you guys from? I'm always interested to know what part of the world you guys are from. YouTube analytics say most of my viewers are from North America, the USA, and second largest audience is in the UK, as far as I can tell, and a few locals to me, that is. So very interesting to see where you guys are from. All right, so next video is probably gonna come out tomorrow night. Again, like I tell you, spoiler is probably gonna be about shooters. I have a bunch of them laid out. Things that I should have made videos on that I have not. I recently became an official Speeduino reseller, so I have not officially put any Speeduinos on my site yet, but that's dcworkstudent.com. But I officially became a reseller, so now there are 3 of us around the world. Myself, Josh Stewart in Australia, Weaver in Michigan, WTM Tronics, and James over in the UK. So there are only four official sellers. So I feel very honored that I actually got the ability to call myself an official reseller. I hope to stock a couple boards. Not going to be, I don't want to keep a huge stock, so it's going to be a couple boards. I want to do a bunch of the little stuff like boost solenoids, wiring supplies, the stuff that I would normally carry for myself. I just want to offer it to the guys, at least in the Caribbean. and a couple of my plug and play boards and whatnot for Hondas. So I hope to stock that. But again, it's always a task doing all of those administrative stuff. So Noel, you from California, USA. You have an MRS with a 2ZZ plus turbo. Yeah, interesting. Um, so for the most part, what I know, this most of the newer Toyota engines, 2ZZs, 2ZZs, the later gen 3Ss, all of them have a 36-2 trigger wheel. So what I've also noticed is the max base VR conditioners usually work better with these Toyotas. Most of them I have done, the trigger settings, the trigger angle always ends up being anywhere from around 170 to around 200. So I would just split it in the middle, put 180, and that should get you very close to being started. Most of them, the 2ZZ, if I know correctly, it has VVT, so you'd probably need the VVT on there as well. Speeduino, to my knowledge, can do the VVT. Again, I haven't played in the football in a while. So yeah, very easy. So with the crank trigger wheel, you can do wasted coil and plug, and you can do semi-sequential for ignition. All of these should be very easy to wire up. The coolant sensor and the air temp sensor, very easy. So it shouldn't be too hard to get 2ZZ fired up. So if you a little bit more specific, maybe I can throw some pointers at you. Yeah, okay, so it's, yeah, so it lifts just like VTEC. So it's not, again, I try to, I don't know off the top of my head, but the 2CG, doesn't it have continuously variable VVTi? Just like the K series, if I remember correctly. Again, not really a Toyota guy, so I may be getting it wrong. Okay, I think your harness has been a problem. Haven't been able to get it to start. Yeah, so it's very simple to go through the harness and get it sorted. My wife might be telling me something for the movie, but yeah, it's very simple to go through the harness and get it started. Injectors. The wiki has, it should be an email, and I can guide you to the relevant pages in the wiki to help with wiring. And after that, it's just a multimeter you need to use to trace everything. So Bo is from Australia. You have a 94 Miata NA 323F on Speedy since 2019. Wow. Is the NA 323? I guess that would be very similar to the Miatas, right? If I am not mistaken. Yes. So did you end up using one of the Miata plug and play boards, or is it something custom? Frontal drive version. So very similar to a Miata. Or are you using one of the wiring boards like the V0.4, V0.3? I don't really like the V0.3. I don't like the the screw terminals. They always go loose. They're good for prototyping, but they always go loose. So my go-to nowadays is UA4C. I have a board that I am testing out for do-it-yourself EFI gyms. That's the C2C. So I like the finished boards, like the UA4C, C2C, and Aaron from Detonation EMS is X4. I love these boards. V0.4, not my favorite. There's no easy way to make a harness with the ribbon cable. I made a small adapter, but okay. I made a small adapter, but even that, I don't like using the ribbon cable. It works in some cases, but not all the time. Okay, so you say yours is a V0.4 running a plug and play now. Nice. Oh, it was a V0.4. Nice. Yeah, the plug and play boards are really good. Very simple. They get knocked around on the internet because people will argue Mega Squirt, Speeduino, iTunes, all of them, and Yeah, for the most part, depends on what you want to do. Speeduino is perfect for most of the times the guy is knocking it. Speeduino is probably good enough for 90% of the Miata guys that I tune for. Most people get caught up in the bigger, better syndrome that this one is more expensive, so it's obviously better. That's not usually the case. My car has a Link ECU, my BMW, and tell you the truth, it doesn't need it. For what I use it for, I don't really need it, but it came with it, so I use it. So Speeduino the world. Yeah, so it's much neater. Yeah, I agree. That's why I always try to push folks into the plug and play ECUs, the UA40s, the X4s, the X2s, and something neat. It's my opinion. I could be wrong. In my case, on my side, I don't stock or I will not stock the V0.4 unless it's for a plug and play board, like one of the adapters I made for the Honda. The V0.3 is never gonna make it on my site. It has its place, just not on my site. It's good for prototyping, but I think my opinion is for Speedwinner to mature, to become a lot more, how would I put it, automotive ready. I don't think the V0.4 or the V0.3 is going to cut it. I think we need to move away from the hobby style boards, which are good. Nothing wrong with it if you just want to tinker. But if you want a car that is gonna be put through spaces, I think the drop bear, the UA4C, these are the way to go. Okay, no, yeah, that's my problem on the V0.4. Yeah, so definitely, I think the ribbon cable, it was good. It was a good idea back then, but the funny thing is that a lot of people see the numbers V0.3, V0.4, they automatically assume the V0.4 is better. If you prototype it, the V0.3 is better. But if you want to have something hardwired, UA4C, C2C, one of those, or the X4 from Detonation ENS. I got a friend putting Speeduino on one is really gonna be interesting. Yes, I I think I helped a couple of years ago. What was his name? Daniel. I think I have Daniel with a Turbo 1UZ on one of them, but he was using a V0.3. And that 1UZ was in a Volvo, I believe. And that car was scary. Some tiny ass tires, and that car was all over the place. So, yeah. So the 1UZ is actually a very good motor, one of my favorites. I've actually considered dropping one into my BMW if it ever blows. Funny thing is that I told my BMW, I spoke to it, if it ever blows, if that SR20 ever blows, it's either getting an LS, an SR20, or 1UZ. And as luck would have it, it hasn't blown up since. I guess the SR is fighting to stay in there. Yeah, I got a friend. Okay, ready, Bo. I was using the adapter for the 0.4, worked well, but the plan, yeah, definitely. I made I'm not sure if you're referring to my adapter or someone else's, but I made mine. Again, I used all the products I made is out of necessity. Anything I make, if the general public wants it, I put it on there. Weaver from WTM Tronics sells a bunch of my stuff, so we don't really make money on it. We just put it up there. We make a few dollars on it, but it's not anything that we're gonna be driving Ferraris anytime soon on it. But it's all to help the greater audience, I guess. And it's going a KE70 Corolla. So basically, an engine with a car bolted to it. I got a breakout board and this sort of the ECU pin finger parts. I will use those to make a plug up. Yeah, definitely. Now that's the thing I like about Speeduino, it and the stuff. The community is awesome. In that it we have a lot of guys in there, a lot of brilliant minds. Some guys do some things and I always wonder how the hell did they think of that? And I like to think of myself as a guy who thinks outside of the box. But we have some brilliant minds in the Speeduino community, which I love. I I move out, I do a bunch of stuff, I play for a bunch of ECUs, but my heart is always with Speeduino, and it probably always will be as well. Star Fox, your username is very. I think I think we may have had a conversation in the comments some time ago, but again, old, I cannot remember. But your username definitely looks familiar. If you let Jude, if you let Judas hear your plans, for sure he's going to go. Yeah, Judas has been, I don't know. Judas has been amazing. Judas has been. I've learned a lot. I made a lot of mistakes with Judas. Not every single time breaks is his fault. I've also made a lot of mistakes myself. I, Something happened to me yesterday or day before, and I wish I caught it on camera, but I did not have my camera at the time. So I had a brake issue. Car was down for almost 2 weeks. Just didn't get the time to fix the brakes, and I have to laugh. So I was driving the car. I went to drop off my son at school, and I said I'll just go a little bit lower down, drive, and then come back up. And you know what happened? I think I forgot to tighten my lug nuts, and so I began hearing a noise in the back. I figured it was probably the diff or something. So I was like, swerving left and right. I was like, I'm just gonna pull over about a mile down the road to check on it. And the next thing I heard was a crash, a bang. I felt the back started making noise, and I saw my left rear wheel just flew past me. So the wheel flew off. So that was my fault. That was not Judas's fault. Thankfully, the car did not get any damage. Star Fox. Yeah, that was Noel. The detonation EMS that you've showed in one of your videos, Aaron has been helpful. Yeah, Aaron is awesome. Aaron from Detonation. I love his passion. He's all we. I have a box upstairs. Probably the next live stream. Probably gonna try to do these lives a bit more often if you guys want me to do it. Maybe once a week, once a fortnight. I have a box upstairs. I kid you not. I've probably given away a bunch of ECUs, but I have no less than 15 boards from Aaron that he always sends me to test. Unfortunately, I cannot test all of them, but he's awesome. Same thing for Weaver at WTM Tronics and James. I got ECUs from all of them. I try to put out some content for them because these guys are the backbone of the Speeduino community, and I help those who like to help out. Yeah, so Aaron is awesome. Yeah, so we talked about, I remember we've had some conversations. Yeah, so everyone is safe. The only thing that was bruised was my ego. Because you would imagine it was like maybe 9 a.m. So it was peak rush hour when everyone was going to work, and then my car was sitting on its butt at the side of the road. That was embarrassing. And I think just a couple of days before, I was talking to a friend of mine, and then I was like, we're talking about the worst things that could happen to any car. And then it happened to me. So that's very embarrassing. But luckily, no damage. It broke off a little piece of the rear bumper, a little piece of plastic, which I'm going to have plastic welded. The car needs to be painted. Hopefully, sometime this year, if I get the bucks in place. Speaking of bucks, those of you who follow me on Instagram, I am due to visit North America next month, the 16th. I'll be in the Toronto area, so I would love to meet anyone. I don't know, anyone who's anyone. So subscribers, just a Speeduino fan, I don't know, sit, meet, have a conversation. I mean, nothing but love. Just want to meet some new guys. So I do have a few guys and gals with a couple cars. We need to, some cars. Alan, if you're watching, we tuned this car back in 2018. We did 1 hour, and it's been 5 years. We have not been able to finish off that tune because the car, he's just been driving it everywhere for 1 hour tune. So we want to strap that onto the dyno. That is E30 like mine, drop top. Is it drop? Yeah. Is it a drop top? No, hard top, sorry. With M3 swap on ITBs. That was one of the first cars, probably the first car remote tuned. We have Kofi. Kofi has a old Mercedes with a AMG 3.6 liter. He recently turboed. We need to tune that and a bunch of other cars that I need to touch up on. A lot of cars that I've done remotely, I'll actually get to see them, riding them for the first time, and hopefully network with a bunch of cool guys. So we are at the 25-minute mark. Should we end here, guys? I think we should. So if no more questions, I think it went well. First time, probably should have announced it, but it is what it is. We'll decide if we want to do it weekly or fortnightly or monthly or something, but my wife is probably upstairs. She picked a movie, so I gotta go, guys. So if anything, leave a comment, leave something. Let me know how you feel about lives for when I cannot put out videos. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Yeah, so thanks to everyone who commented. I think I had like 3 or 4 guys in the comments. So anyone watching this afterwards, peace. Catch you guys later.